Well, what used to be a lender of last resort, the 401k, is now a lender of choice for many Americans. In fact, 1 in 7 of us borrowed money from our 401ks last year. But is this really a good idea? With us now, Ric Edelman, CEO of Edelman Financial. You know, Ric, lots of people are dipping into their 401ks these days because, well, it's their money.
And they need cash and they can't get it anywhere else.
Right. So I can't get a loan from a bank. I can't get a home equity loan to save my life. I need emergency money. I'm going to go to my 401k.
Unfortunately, you're right. That's exactly what often happens, and it's a really, really, really bad idea.
But why so bad? I mean, I pay myself back, interest rate's pretty darn good, and it's available. Well,
it's not as simple as it sounds. You're right. You made it sound good, which is what the employer and plan sponsor makes it sound like, but it's not nearly that good a deal. First of all, you're not paying yourself back, because what's happening is when you take money out of the plan, you're actually withdrawing it from the plan, which means those shares of that investment you used to own is no longer there. When you put the money back, you're putting money back to get you back up to where you used to be. Had you not made the loan, you would have been that much ahead of the game. And the loan seems cheap, but it really isn't, because you actually end up paying taxes twice. Remember that when you put money back into the plan, you're putting money back in that has already been taxed. And when you withdraw the money in retirement for real, you get taxed again, meaning you're paying taxes twice. As a result, this is extraordinarily expensive.
Okay, but I'm buying a home for the first time. I have medical hardships. I mean, you can go through a litany of reasons why the decision to take that money can be arguably acceptable.
No, you can justify it as much as you want, but at the end of the day, this is a retirement plan, not I want to buy a house plan or pay off other debt plan. At retirement, you'll be really glad that that money is there, and if it's been squandered on other expenses, no matter how important they seem at the time, you'll really regret it at retirement.
I understand that this, the investment profits are lost and things like that. But I do think there's something to be said about the fact that, you know what, I put a roof over my head, a roof over my family's head. And maybe I have to be a little bit more diligent about saving going forward. But again, my money, I can't get it from a bank. I might just dip in.
It's your money, and you're putting that money there for your own retirement. If you take it out now for a current expense, you will not have that money for retirement, and as a result, the balance at retirement will be dramatically less. According to some studies, every $10,000 you borrow from your plan will represent $100,000 you don't have at retirement.
You know, 2 senators introduced a bill that would ban withdrawals from 401ks. And then I've also heard talk that our withdrawals will actually be taxable eventually someday. So Washington is putting its little grimy fingers on our retirement plans, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with the idea of prohibiting loans. I would rather discourage them through education. But at the end of the day, as you pointed out, it is your money. And if you want it, you really should be able to get it.
There has to be at least one moment in life that you can admit is a good time to tap in.
If you are in such dire straits, then yes, we could argue it. But for example, medical expenses wouldn't qualify. The money in your retirement plan is one of the last refuges to protect you from creditors. If you pull the money out and you get sued or fall into bankruptcy, that money would be gone. But 401ks are protected from bankruptcy. They're protected from creditors. So I'm really hard-pressed to suggest that there's a really good excuse for pulling money out prior to retirement.
Well, Ric Edelman, CEO of Edelman Financial, I appreciate your thoughts, but I will tell you that if it came between losing my house and keeping a roof over my children's head, I'm going right to my 401k. Thank you, Ric.
Sure thing.